Okay, so we got a phone here that the user claims the digitizer glitches. It'll show lines and then it'll kind of jump around. We're not seeing any of that at this moment. We're moving through it. It's moving perfectly fine. All the buttons seem to be working fine, except for just went dead because the battery's not charged. But nonetheless, in the end, we're going to take this phone apart, clean it, check it, see what's going on with it, and then go from there and see what we can do to get it fixed. It's not really displaying anything right now, but we'll still go through the process and get it done. Now, as a side note, we told the guy when he came in that cleaning this may be what's needed for it. We see some kind of residue right here, but the phone has already been taken apart. There's only one screw holding it together, so somebody's already been in the phone. So we'll keep that in mind as we go through it to actually get to where we're going. There's not a water sensor on the battery, which tells us that it probably got wet or somebody peeled the sticker off. There's usually a water sensor on the back here in this part, and it looks like it's missing also. So we're going to go from here and just see how this really is in the back and see if it actually got wet or damaged like that in any way. So as we took the phone apart, we see that we got this final screw out, but what we're seeing is the residue that was over here left on this portion really was water. It appears that it is probably seawater. That looks like sand right there. The water sensor did go off on the inside. Now as we look, we see that this connector right here appears to be somewhat fine, but there is water damage and corrosion right here at this connector, and that's the actual LCD digitizer connector, and then there's damage up underneath that. There's residue in this area. There's actual pieces of sand, it looks like, right there. There's more of it over here. So what we're going to do is start to clean this up and see what we could do. Note being that seawater is highly corrosive if this really is seawater. If it's not, then not exactly sure what puts sand in there unless you drop it in a fish tank. But we'll go from there and try to have it cleaned up and see what can happen. Alright, as we take this apart, we see that our digitizer cable here is really corroded. Kind of appears that there's let's try to get a picture of it. Looks like there's some damage to it, like there was a short right there, and that pin's burned out. So we're going to go through this and see what we can figure out. Maybe it's just dirty and not damaged. Maybe it is damaged. We'll just have to see and check it and see what's going on. But that is clear damage to that digitizer port and the actual ribbon where it's shorted from the it appears seawater or something. So we'll go from there and see what we can figure out and see if we can't get it cleaned up and get it going again. Okay, so we just finished cleaning it, turned it on to see if there's anything that's going to happen to the system as far as not displaying anything, not working, signal antennas not doing what it needs to do. We're just not seeing anything like that. Still not glitching or anything as far as that's concerned. So we're going to say that this phone is done. It just needs a thorough cleaning. We'll continue to clean the rest, the back plastics and such, but for right now we're going to say that this phone is complete and done. We'll just flip it over, show you the connectors real quick. We cleaned it up right here. We'll power this off, take the battery out, and take this connector piece off of here just to show. Still got a dead pin there, but it looks much cleaner now. We'll probably condition that with some new solder and then clean it a little bit more, but for right now, just in our initial test and everything, we're going to say that this is done. So we're going to put the unit back together after we clean it up the rest of the way, and then test the solder, and then say it's done, and that'll be it.